welcome back to Cadwell Park at round 8 of the Bennetts British Superbike Championship, and on the front row for the Rocket BMW Motorrad team, Leon Haslam. Leon, it's a circuit that has traditionally been good for you in the past, but it must feel good to have the BMW back up on the front row where you know it can be. Talk us through that session, because you even had a moment where you went off track. Explain that to us as well, please.
Yeah, I got a good lap in on my first lap, but made a mistake at the end of the back straight. And then my next lap I got really good, and then I hit a false neutral going into Chris Curve. So I didn't want to get in the way of anyone, so I tried to stay out the way of all the guys behind, and I decided to go onto the grass, which was a bit wetter and bumpier than I expected. But yeah, honestly, I'm pretty happy. The test and yesterday we had a bit of an issue with the bike, with the fuel pressure. So yeah, we resolved that this morning, went straight to P1, which was nice, and yeah, front row of the grid for today. So there's a few areas that we need to look at, but so far so good.
That's great, thank you, Leon. And taking the Omologato Pole Position at Cadwell Park at round 8 of the Bennetts British Superbike Championship for Lamy OMG Racing Yamaha, it's Ryan Vickers. Ryan, it seems you're having an incredible season so far, and that was a particularly difficult session because you didn't know when the rain was likely to come, although it had been threatening. Talk us through it and how you played that one.
Yeah, it was a bit of a tricky one, even though it rained before, you know. We've had that quite a few times this weekend where the rain comes and then it dries and the track's not in quite as good a condition, so it was always a bit of an unknown of how much grip it was going to have. And yeah, I built into it. The qualifying session, actually, back to the normal thing, suits me a little bit better. I like to build into my sessions, and like on my third lap, do my fastest lap. So I give myself a little bit of time, but I also knew that the rain was potentially coming, so I didn't want to leave it to the end. So I was quite lucky that I did my fastest lap on the last lap of the drying laps. Probably why I'm pole, because I was probably one of the last people to cross the finish line, and luckily it was enough to get us on pole. But yeah, so happy to do that. It's one of my favourite circuits. Absolutely loving riding the R1 around here. The Lamy OMG Racing guys are giving me a great bike, and yeah, I can't thank them enough. I look forward to the sprint race.
And it seems the Yamaha's been strong here again this weekend, coming off the back of Thruxton. How do you feel it could play out in the race this afternoon? How difficult do you think it's going to be?
Yeah, I think that's actually our strongest part. The qualifying was actually a bit that I was a bit concerned about, maybe that we weren't going to be able to do as good a lap time as some of the others for a one lap pace. But for the race, I think we're going to be great. The lap times are coming quite easily on race pace, so look forward to that. And yeah, I'm sure we'll be at the front.
Thank you, Ryan.
Cheers. Thank you.